New York Jets tight end Jeremy Ruckert has flashed time and time again in the OTAs portion of the off-season program. So let's take a look at his All-22 and we'll figure out if Ruckett can carve a role in this Jets offense. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we are back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, and today we're looking at Jeremy Ruckert. He's a really interesting one. The Jets have a pretty set tight end room with Uzama, Conklin, they drafted Zach Kuntz, but there's no real superstar. Can he forge a role? He only played 43 snaps in 2022, but here's an idea of what he can do with his skill set and how it would fit with Aaron Rodgers, Hackett, and this offense. We're going to look at him first with his run blocking. Did a great job in that little sample size to end the year. Against the Dolphins, week 18, Jeremy Ruckert coming from right to left here across your screen. Look at the job he does in sift motion, and bang, oh my goodness, he lays out the linebacker at the second level. A great job with his eyes and vision in space, finding the first force, identifies his man, and the pad level, the physicality, and the hit he lays is ridiculously good. This is something that definitely flashed on the tape at OSU as well. This is nothing new to him, being used as this attached inline wide tight end or a H-back. Jeremy Ruckert, fantastic job in sift motion coming across the formation. Great discipline, great understanding of his assignment. And that's the kind of physicality you want at the point of attack. And so you know it wasn't a fluke. From the same game, Jeremy Ruckert, this time in return motion, is going to settle in the H-back spot behind the right tackle. Once again, keep your eyes on number 89 as he goes from right to left, knifing across the formation, and once again he lays the wood. This is the physicality, the want, and the aggression and intent you want from your tight end in the running game. Technique isn't always going to be perfect, but the fact that he is this disciplined with his eyes, understands how to work through traffic in sift motion, and can do this to safeties, linebackers, and corners at the second level, this is going to give him a leg up. If he can continue this level of blocking in this type of unique role, Hackett's going to like what Jeremy Ruckert can do, because he allows you to throw the football down the seam, as we'll get to in a minute, but he can also be an impactful blocker in either an attached Y tight end or a H-back. Really nice rep from Jeremy Ruckert, fakes the motion, comes across the formation, and once again finds his target in space. Great job. But what interests me the most is what Ruckett can do running down the seam. The Jets have a lot of guys in their offense, especially at the tight end position, who can be chain movers. Tyler Conklin's definitely one of those, CJ Uzama. I think Ruckett is much better than those two at stretching the field vertically. So here he is as the number 2 receiver against Penn State, left-hand side of the screen. Have a look at the work he does at the stem, the hand usage, how he sets up the DB, and then the big gain straight down the middle of the defense. Great nuance here from Jeremy Ruckert. He attacks the outside shoulder of the DB, gets him to turn his hips. We're now going to open the gate and attack him inside shoulder. Now look at the hand usage. We're going to swipe away the attempted punch. We are clean. We've got separation, and that's how you win in the NFL and in the college game. Jeremy Ruckert stretching the field down the seam. Something the Jets haven't done a ton, but something Aaron Rodgers loved doing with a guy like Robert Tonyan, for example. I think this is a nice fit. And again, I'm not saying Ruckett's going to come in and catch 50 balls for 750 yards. I'm just saying I think he can be a role player, and it's these two skill sets that give me that hope. The ability to be the good blocker, especially as a H-back, and then this, down the seam, vertical stretch, give flexibility to your play caller and your quarterback. Love the hand usage, the way he sets him up at the stem of the route. Really nice stuff from Jeremy Ruckert. And the last play, we're going to look now to the college playoffs against Clemson, against Booth, who's a really good player. Jeremy Ruckert, attached in line this time, left-hand side of the OSU formation. The job he does here, widening the corner and then attacking down the seam, it's about understanding leverage. And these two routes show off that Jeremy Ruckert has that in spades. I want you to focus on how he attacks again the outside shoulder of the corner. You want him to think this could be a speed out, or it's going to be a corner route, something that's going to stretch the field horizontally. Then he works against that leverage he's created. He opens up the space, attacks inside shoulder once again, and Justin Fields throws an absolute dime in the red zone. Touchdown OSU, touchdown Jeremy Ruckert. But once again, it's the nuance. It's about understanding how to set up a corner or a DB at the stem, and Jeremy Ruckert did it time and time again. This kind of understanding and veteran savvy really impressed me. Jeremy Ruckert's got a chance this year to be a bit of a difference maker for the Jets. So that's a little bit about Jeremy Ruckett's skill set and why I think what we've seen in OTAs may not have been a fluke. Again, I don't think he's going to be a star player, but he can definitely have an impact on this roster. We're going to see if Jeremy Ruckett can carve out a role on the 2023 Jets.